We was playing at the Eagle Auditorium in Seattle, Washington, which at the time that was the main spot for bringing in rock and roll and rhythm and blues acts. And I was playing with Hank Ballard and the Midnighters at the time, and we did one show, and they turned everybody out and to get ready for the second show. People couldn't stay for both shows, so they had to let everybody out. And while we was taking that intermission, our trumpet player walked outside where the people was waiting to get in for the second show, and it was his name was Pat Patterson, and he met a kid out there, and the kid wanted to meet me. He said he wanted to meet. Could you take me in to meet the guitar player? You know. So he came and told me. He said, "Man, it's a guy that want to meet you." You know. And at the time, I'm looking, scouting, trying to find me a female to be with, you know. And I told him, I said, "Man, I don't got time to meet no guy. I'm trying to find a nice lady, you know." Okay, I'll tell him. So he went back, and he came back again, and he told me, said, "Man," he said, "will you come and say something to this guy? He's bug. Every time he see me, he running. He want to meet you, you know." So he did that. That happened 3 times, and the third time he came back, he was using all kind of profanity. "Man, come and meet this MF. This MF. I'm sick of he every time he see me, I said, "Okay, man, calm down. I'll go meet the guy, you know." So we went to the door, and I opened the door where the kid was standing at. And and when he looked and saw me, and I looked at him, he would seemed like such a nice person. I really got very good vibes from him, and I told him to come on in, and he introduced himself to me. He said his name was James Hendrix, and which later on he became known as Jimi Hendrix, but he wanted to know all about the guitar, and I was playing the Stratocaster at the time. And I let him hold it and the thing, and that's how we met. And years later, he become known as Jimi Hendrix. At that time, not even named he was just going by the name of James. And we know what happened. He went to England and made a big name for himself worldwide. So that's how I met him. But I spent a lot of time with him, and we was in Seattle for about a week, and I spent a lot of time helping him, showing him different things on the guitar. And that continued throughout up until he passed away, really. 16.
16, huh?
16, I was 20. Because he's born 1942, I was born 1938. And that was the beginning of our friendship, which lasted, throughout his lifetime.
Wow.
I was playing in Oxford, Michigan, and during the first show, I broke a string on my guitar. I was playing I had my Telecaster, I was playing it, and there was a guy standing to my right, and right by the stage, and he was holding this guitar up, and so I walked over to the stage. He said, "I see you broke a string. You want to try this one?" So I said, "Okay." So I took it and played the rest of the show, and I really liked the guitar. And it was a year or so later I started teaching the guy how to play guitar, and he bought it. He bought the guitar for me, because I was teaching him. I didn't charge him anything, and that was his way of paying me back, so he bought this guitar and gave it to me. It's the guy that made it, his name is Ron Counts, and he said he named the guitar the Purple Haze after one of Jimmy's songs. It ain't so much the wood. What really attracts me is the neck. It feels so good, comfortable, and it's, I thought most of the hits I played on was made with a Stratocaster, but I like this one just as well, or better, really, than the Stratocaster, because the neck seemed like it just perfectly made for my fingers. grows from a tree in Madagascar. That's the only country that it grows in. It's
Wow.
really unlawful for them to sell this, but this guy, I don't know how he got it out of there. But people still doing it, though. But it comes from a rosewood tree, I think they call it. But it only grows in Madagascar. They can go, but those trees now are endangered, so they're not allowed to. Yeah, that's a natural color. It's not painted.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I consider it an honor because Liza is one of my favorite artists.
Thanks, Billy.
Really love her sound. She's new. She's very different, unique. She's got her own style. She's 100% herself.
There you go.
And anything I can play on with her, I really appreciate it. I love doing it.
Thanks, Billy.
Uh,
Honored.
just tell her it like it is. That's all.